Hey y'all, hold on. Oh, okay, here we go. Hey y'all, we here, we made it. Welcome to another episode of Summer Speaks. I am your host, Summer Rain, and I have my two lovely guests. These my girls, y'all. These are my friends. We have Diamond Ross right here. And we have Octavia, Miss Tabby, Miss Tavy. How you pronounce that? Cause
Miss
I be
Tavy.
saying, okay.
Miss
I don't
Tate.
want. I don't
Miss
want to say your
Tavy.
name and be like, girl, that's ghetto. I call her
They be
Octavia,
calling
y'all.
me Tavi, Miss Tavi. It's all good.
I call her Octavia, y'all, cause
That's fine.
that's what I know. All right. So here we go. Here we go, y'all. Here we go, y'all. So here's the thing. I got this little cheap ring light because I had to hurry up and get something right quick. So to read my comments,
Mm-hmm.
and um my phone is sideways, so now I'm gonna have to look at my comments and just scroll. I guess it is what it is. But anyway, so y'all, today our we talking about, oh Lord. We talking about girl bosses is our today's episode. So we are all mothers. We are all entrepreneurs. We all have a backstory. Diamond, I don't know how deep into your story you want us to go. Like,
Well, I'm open to talking about whatever, so it's fine.
okay, okay, okay. So, I hope y'all. Okay, so I love Diamond, y'all. Diamond's like my sister.
I love
Like
you.
my little sister that like I never had, but I had like she was my sister before she even knew she was my sister. She was my sister before she even knew I existed, y'all. So Diamond is my late pastor apostle Elmer Ross Jr. That's his daughter in the
Hey,
flesh.
miss you,
So
Daddy.
he used to talk about her all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, when she was away. And I was just so excited, like, oh yeah, I get to meet like another family member because I'm in the family.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Mind you, like it wasn't like I'm in the family, like I'm dating one of the kids. No, it was just like I'm one of your children now. So take it or
In the
leave it.
family.
And that's how he saw you.
Right.
One of his daughters.
Right. So Tay, where we meet at? Oh, I mean, I know it was on social media. We met through Khadijah, didn't we?
Yep.
In the Yoni group,
Yep.
Universe group. So
Yep.
yes. So when I say
That's how we met.
Tay, my dog. So listen, I've been knowing Tay. I think we've been in that group for like 4 years. It was before
Four and a
COVID,
half.
wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was before
Definitely.
COVID.
4.5.
So like we interacted virtually, but me and Tay didn't get together until I was with this bum ass nigga, and I had bought tickets to trap karaoke last year,
Hmm.
and he got in his feelings and he decided he didn't want to go, and I bought two tickets, and I was like, yo, I need somebody to go with me. And I like two people. There's two people that was close to me at the time that lived close to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm hitting both of them up because let's go. 'Cause
Right,
ain't
let's
no way
go.
I done bought this ticket. And ain't nobody gonna take advantage of it. Like, ain't no way.
Man, and I had fun. We had too much
I had
fun.
but when I say Tay is my cousin, y'all.
Hey, cousin.
I'm the cousin. Hey.
Tay is my cousin because like okay, so y'all, when y'all go to trap karaoke, everybody is cousins. Like
Right.
it's a whole family there. It's a whole vibe. Nobody is beefing. Ain't no fight. Ain't none of that. When I say it's a whole vibe,
I
like
never
it
been.
You gotta
it
go.
was amazing to
You have
be
got to
in
go.
a space
They
with
not
that
coming
many
back.
black people and nobody was beefing, nobody was arguing. Ain't no you
We was
bumping
having
into
a
me,
good
stepping on my
time.
shoes.
Yep.
None of that. When I say they set the mood, they set the vibe, and it was what it was.
No
Yep.
fights or
Maybe
nothing.
Nope.
none. When I say people, like we was,
Yeah.
and I didn't even care. Like normally like when we go out Diamond, like somebody bump me, and I'm like,
Excuse you.
no, it was none of that. It
Like,
was none
excuse
of that,
you.
y'all. Right.
You're right.
It was none of that. It just was like you bump into somebody, oh, excuse me, or you just we know we vibing. So
Yeah.
yes, that's why I met Tay, y'all. I met Tay on social media, on Facebook, actually. And then
Facebook.
we just, yeah, we just been riding sit. You know what I'm saying? It's my
So you
dog.
getting lit, hey?
I be getting lit. Yeah.
We were sober. That's what make it so bad.
Definitely sober.
We were sober. Like all
Not
we
no
had was
alcohol there?
no, it was alcohol there, but I
I ain't
had to
want to
drive.
buy.
I think I had like a what was like 2-3 hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to go because okay, so here's the thing, y'all. We off topic, but we're gonna get back on topic. We got a whole hour. So y'all know we gotta get our girl talk in. So here's the thing. So the drive from I was in Thomasville at the time. So the drive from Thomasville to Charlotte was like maybe like an hour, maybe an hour, hour and a half.
And she
But
drove that.
of course, the bum ass niggas, I was singing to him in my videos. And he was like, I want to see you tonight when you get done. And of course, my stupid ass drove 2 hours to go
She
see
went to
some.
go see her boo.
I drove 2 hours afterwards. And when I say I was tired, because I think I worked that day too. I think I worked that day too. And then I drove there and then drove past
That.
where I live at just to go see this bum ass nigga. But it is what it is. We do things we do for the meats,
We
even
sure do.
though I don't entertain the meats anymore. So it is what it is.
What you playing for? You on the other team, or you just
I
not
am.
entertaining? Oh, okay.
Look, listen. October, November, December, January, February, March. I'm 6 months in.
Is this
Look. I'm 6 months in. I'm officially almost a lesbian. I'm almost a lesbian.
A
Let
lesbian.
let this young lady that I'm messing with tell it. I have to be without the meats and the desire of meats for at least a year before I can be considered a lesbian.
let's be
So
honest.
Let's be honest.
yeah, I know it's called a lesbian. We like to just make up our own words or
So
whatever.
you
I'm
Let's
not.
be
never coming back to the meat.
let's be honest.
Yes.
You never coming back to the meat.
I don't have honestly. I don't even have no desire. Like I find men like physically attractive. Like oh he's handsome or whatever. But it don't be on something like sometimes you be like damn I get that nigga some. No, I don't have that anymore. And I think I really honestly feel like it was just the pattern of the type of men that I had been dealing with. Like, and it wasn't even the same type of man. Like, it was men. I dealt with men with money. You know what I'm saying? The one I had, he had mad money. He had a big house. And then I dealt with somebody who didn't have as much money as this man had, if he even had any money. And you know, I don't miss it. I miss being in the company of a strong man who exudes masculinity and makes me um allows me to bask in my femininity. I do like that. I miss that. But at the same time, like I have that with the person that, I'm dealing with now. Like she's more masculine than I am. I am more dominant in some aspects, but she is more masculine than I am. And I am able to bask in my femininity when I'm around her. Sometimes she gets a little sassy.
Oh,
I
Sometimes
mean,
because she's
she's
still a
still
girl.
right. She a female. Yeah,
A
she's still a
woman,
female.
so she's still a woman, so she definitely yeah, I forgot I had comments. Hey Miss Valerie.
and I'm
Hey
just
Christabella.
Hey.
So I definitely, what I'm saying, I definitely have that opportunity, but you know,
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I dated girls for 5 years, literally, and it wasn't until I met my child's donor that I ended up going back to the other side. But for about 5 years, I was a lesbian. I was a lesbian for about 5 years. No meat. I was a lesbian.
look, yeah, I don't even want no. I be telling her, don't even put your finger in there. Like, don't even. Just stay on the outside. Don't even go on the inside. You ain't got a business in there.
let me ask you a question though. Is it just the games that men play that made you go all the way over to the other side, or is it more if you wasn't getting what you was looking for, like your whole package?
It was more the whole package. So like, I found myself. I know I'm a good catch.
Mhm.
I know what I possess as a person inside and out of the bedroom, in the streets, business wise. Like I know who I am in all those realms. However, when I feel like I have to beg you for time to spend time with me, and I know someone else out there is going to want to just spend time with me, when I have to beg you to physically touch me, or I have to tell you, these things that you're doing is not how I like it, and you're not listening, or you don't want to take heed to that, that's an issue for me. Like if I'm pleasuring you, but you're not pleasuring me, and that was the last straw for me with the last one. It was just like, I'm pleasuring you. Like, ain't no complaints. You beating my back in, and I'm over here taking this like a champ, and I don't want to. And like I'm telling you how. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you and coach you through how to pleasure me, and you saying I'm
You're not
taking too
listening.
long.
You're not listening. Yeah.
No, you telling me I'm taking too long. So it's just like, I mean, it's off subject, but I feel like it ties into us being girl bosses, because it ties into, we know what we want as women. I know what I want as a woman. I know as a woman, I want to be in a stable situation with a partner
Right.
who is going to listen to me, who I'm going to be able to listen to, who is open minded and honest, who is going to make time for me. Yes, we all have lives and we have things that we have going on and we go through things. But at the end of the day, if you cannot make time for me, that's one of my biggest turnoffs. And
I'll be here.
consistent communication. Like if you
Yep.
can't talk to me consistently, then I mean, you might as well not even make time for me, because I'm not gonna deal with you. On the business aspect, I know that my businesses are not where I want them to be. However, I'm writing my goals down and I'm taking the necessary steps to um, go in the direction of which I want to go. So for those of y'all who don't know me, Summer Rain, I have three businesses. I am an ordained minister, so I marry people. I have a virtual assistance business, which means that I can do anything and all things administrative, but from the privacy of my own home. You can be across the country, across state lines, wherever, and I can still get something done for you for your business virtually. I also I'm an event coordinator. So I did a lot of community events in Radcliffe, Kentucky, in Hardin County, Kentucky. I ain't gonna just say Radcliffe, but in Hardin County, Kentucky, I have done quite a few events for the community out of my own pockets. Yes, sometimes people donate stuff, but most of the time the stuff that I had was out of my own pocket. And um, what else? I had a boutique in 2020. I started a boutique. That's coming back, y'all.
Okay.
That's
Ooh,
coming back. So that's gonna
Boutique.
be for. That's
House
gonna
of
be
Rain.
for. Yes, House of Rain is coming back. Yes, ma'am. And is. And is.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Tay got chubby girl magic. And Tay got these socks. When I say Tay, I need another pair of socks because I got a hole in my sock. So
How
I
you
need
get a
another pair of
hole in
socks.
the socks?
Don't ask no questions.
You
Ask me no questions. I tell you no lies. Okay. So
That's
Tay,
funny.
when I say y'all, Tay make her own stuff. Socks, dresses, hoodies, tunics, everything. Chubby girl, all things chubby girl. So if you a skinny mini, this ain't for you.
Nah. I think the lowest I go down is a medium though. I do try to support the mediums. I try to support the mediums. So I make stuff for them too.
So
So
have you had okay, so I know when I started my boutique, I wanted my boutique to be catered to plus size women because I'm a plus size woman and I wanted to find cute stuff. But I've realized like when I got started, like I had all this plus size
baby.
stuff and they weren't buying it as fast. And then I would have the smaller women come to me and be like, "Do you have that in my size?" And I'm like, now I gotta cater to y'all because that's where the money at. Like you gotta go where the money at. You gotta get the people what you want. So what they
Definitely
want.
get the people what they want.
So you definitely you saw that whole realm of trying to cater to us big girls, and then
I did. When I started my boutique, I had another boutique before this, and it was called Lady O's Plus, and it was just catering to plus size women. I was not getting sales like that. And another thing that with that, because I was just catering to plus size women, it was like it's like a billion other plus size boutiques in the same area as me who can all get the same stuff that I was getting and sell it for a lower price because they had enough cash flow to do that. I was new to the game, so when I stepped into it, I was just thinking it was just for plus size women when I should have been catering to the smaller ones too, because they are the ones that spend the money. Not saying that
Right.
the plus size women don't, but the smaller women are more to spending money than the plus size women because they already got their shop that they go to. They loyal to this shop, and the only way you really get out is word of mouth.
Right.
So I learned my lesson with that. But for you, ma'am, definitely you should definitely when you start your boutique, try to slide some stuff in there for the skinny minis
I
because they
am.
are
I
going to
am.
shop. They
I
are going to
am.
shop.
I definitely am. So I actually, so when I was going through um my situation when my daughter got taken away, that's when a lot of my creativity had came out and I took a lot of notes. Like I'd be dead in the middle of sleep. I could be sleeping, I could be driving, like anything, and something would hit me and I'm just jotting it down in
That's
my
how I
notes. And
do.
I got like a
Yep.
whole like notepad that's like what my clothing line, what I wanted my clothing line to be. So y'all be on the lookout because it's coming.
Yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's
I'm
up.
ready.
It's coming.
Me too.
Diamond.
Large. I'm a large.
I'm a large.
Hey, take Simone.
I'm a large.
Diamond. So y'all,
Sometimes extra large.
Diamond,
Every now and then.
I can't. Yeah, when you eat all that Taco Bell,
Well, I love Taco. You know I love
I
Taco Bell.
can't.
Oh,
And
how
they
you
got the
do
chicken
it?
sliders and stuff.
I can't.
Mm-mm.
And they
Yeah,
be
every
open
how,
till
time
3 a.m.
I can't.
how you
Mm-mm.
do it?
And she like
How
that
you
late
do?
night. She be having them late night cravings. That's why I can't.
Mm-mm. I can
I
only
can't.
eat
Literally,
Taco Bell
Taco
like every
Bell
once in a
or
while.
White Castle, so I'm gonna go to Taco Bell.
White Castle.
Yeah, White Castle far. It's very far.
White
Okay,
Castle.
so y'all, Diamond is when I say entrepreneur, like on a whole different level. Like Diamond done came from a long, long way.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. Diamond started from the bottom, Lord, and came to the top because you saw fit
Yes, Lord.
and gave her the glory.
Yes.
Yeah, so Diamond, you want to tell the people where you was at before you got started with what you got going on? First, tell the people where you at now. What you got going on?
Oh, okay. So right now, I'm here right now. I own a barbershop in Radcliffe.
That's
I'm
what's up.
here in my storage area. That's how these flowers and stuff is all
What's
around.
the name of the barbershop, child?
Oh, Ross's Barbershop in Radcliffe, Kentucky. You can find us at rossbarbershop.com. But yeah, I cut hair, I do locks, and I do braids and do all types of stuff. I'm about to double dabble into some products, some beard products and lock products. So I'm excited to share that with the world
Ooh, so
and share
I
that with my
y'all
friends. I gotta send y'all some samples. You feel me?
Yeah,
listen,
because I'm looking for some
listen.
new stuff to twist my hair with. Yeah.
Listen, so I be messing with the oils and things like that, and I make my own hair stuff when I
Me
was in
too.
Kentucky. So like all my stuff is in stores, but I have wrote down a whole like business plan for beard kits because I just was like, oh, this was when I really was into men, and I just was like, I'm gonna get all the men because I'm gonna get to play in a beard. Like I done came up with a recipe for a shampoo, a conditioner, a balm, a spray, leave it like I done came and look,
Girl,
this is my thing.
I have talked to a supplier already and everything where I can customize it myself and put the ingredients
That's
that
what's
I want
up.
in there. There's nothing like when I have a man in my chair and he wants to get his beard done and I lay him back and put that hot towel on him and start
Yes.
rubbing
That
that stuff into
pampering
his
that stuff.
beard and
Ooh,
he
okay.
just feels like he's being catered to. And that's I think it's what all men need. At
I
least
agree.
one day,
At
maybe
least
every
one
week, every
time.
2 weeks where they could just feel like, okay, I'm getting pampered. So
Right.
yeah, because of that, I'm like, okay, well, let me dibble dabble into the beard side, and then if y'all can't tell, I have locks. So under these braids, inside these braids, there's some locks.
I want some braids so bad, but my
Me
hair hurts.
I
Don't touch
too.
got
it.
you.
No,
I
don't
be
touch it.
wanting
My
to do
hair
it
hurts.
too.
I
Y'all,
got you.
so
So
y'all,
easy.
Diamond
I ain't
started
never
my
done it
locks.
before.
Diamond started my locks.
Not my
I
ass,
wanted,
kind of.
I wanted, uh, I wanted some locks, but I didn't want to start from the bottom. I didn't want the struggle locks. So of course, y'all knew I grew my natural hair out. But I was
Not
like,
the
Diamond,
struggle locks.
right. I said, Diamond, do me some faux locks. And before I left Kentucky, I was like, do me some faux locks and make sure that the braids are like neat because I'm gonna let them lock up.
Yeah.
So we are almost at a year, Diamond.
Ah,
April, I think April 13th or April 18th, one of them.
that's your year.
It's my 1 year lock
That's what's
anniversary.
up.
Mine is in June.
Hey,
Yours is June.
mine's is
Hey,
in October.
hey, but you've been growing yours for a while. You don't count.
Why I don't count?
Right.
I want to feel included too.
Yours already down your back. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get where you at.
Right. Me too.
I'm trying to get to where I can put mine up in a bun and I don't need no scrunchie. I can just tie it up
I
and
love
everything is
that.
good.
I love that about my
Right.
hair.
Did I
I
tell you how
love
I started
that.
my locks?
You said what?
Did I ever tell you how I started my locks?
No, was it on
I was so
accident?
lazy. I had my hair
Not
in
on
box braids,
accident.
and me and my cousin went to LA for a week. And when we got back, I kept my box braids in for a while. And when I took my box braids out,
Your
I
hair
left
done
the
locked up.
sections, and I just let it lock. I never combed the sections out.
That's how I
So
did with mines.
Oh, really?
Yep. I actually had back then with the kinky twist. They don't do
Yeah.
those no more. But they had the kinky twist, so I had let the girl do my hair and left it in the parts. And what I did was I just took the kinky twists out and cut off all the perm hair that I had on there. So I started like this
yeah,
much.
I
Damn.
The,
can't.
the the ugly locks, as y'all call them.
I can't do the struggle
It
bus.
was the struggle.
I'm still going through a struggle. That's why I got these braids.
But I'm grateful for my journey though because I had my own version of a struggle that when I took my faux locks out, I had to learn to embrace my locks because my hair wasn't full. So like it still looked like I had plaits all over my hair. And I used to be embarrassed and I was just like, you know what? Trust the process. Trust the process. Just keep going because I got commitment issues, something bad.
That's
I'm gonna stop saying that because I've been saying that for some years now. I don't have commitment issues because I commit to friendships, I commit to family, I commit to being a mom, I commit to a job.
Yeah.
So I commit to what I want to commit to. That's all it boiled down to.
Selective commitment.
that's what
You
it
said
sounds
what?
like.
You said
Selective commitment.
I do. That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. That's
That's
exactly
what
what it
that
is.
is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Okay, so Diamond, you own Ross's Barbershop.
Yeah, I own Rock Barbershop. I'm a full time student. I go to the community college here in East Town. And I just
Ooh,
started Monday. I didn't tell you.
congratulations.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey, thank
What are
you.
you going for?
Business administration.
I know that's right. So
Yeah.
I started like when I first started going before I went to go get my CDL, my Class B CDL. I started with a business administrative, and I was like, I really don't want to do this because I passed my classes, but I didn't want to do it because I felt like I had been in business for so long, not just for myself, but I had been behind the scenes of other people's businesses. So I'm like, I all this stuff I kind of know already. Like I already knew the e-commerce stuff and all that stuff. I'm not discouraging what you have going on, but it's just for me, I was like, I can't do it. But I do want to go to school for web design and JavaScript. Like the whole graphic art stuff. Like I know how to do those things. But like for me, Diamond, y'all see my logo? Diamond did my logo, y'all.
That's
I could have
nice.
did it myself, but for some reason, like I could do other people's stuff, and it is just oh my god.
That's
And
how
then
it
when it comes
be.
time to do something for me, I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, what
I
I
I'm
did you. It
doing.
mean,
took me what, an hour? And
I can
I came
understand
up
that.
with my beard logo for nothing. I was working on it for weeks and I'm like, oh, I don't like it.
It'd be like that.
I don't like it. Yeah.
Because I do my own logos, I do my own website, I do my own flyers. I learned how to step into the graphic part and start experimenting. So when I first got into it, a lot of stuff, you would go back and look at my work, you'd be like, that don't even look right, but she put that out there. And I'd be like, that did not look right. So I learned from it and started trusting myself. When I see something and be like, it don't look right, it don't look right. Fix it.
With me,
So
when I first started, I'm a when it, I, for, just right off the bat, I think it was my OCD. I was just like, if it ain't measuring out right, like I'm backing up and I'm like, so it don't look right, it ain't adding up, like something we got to move it. I I definitely have gotten way better. I'm more like my OCD is really bad because like this week, matter of fact, I started back bartending, and some of the other bartenders had already. I did their flyers last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I was struggling for like 2.5, almost 3 days to make myself a flyer. And I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw something together because what I really want, I couldn't find. It's this particular font that I was looking for that I had seen on a flyer on a template, and you could not change the lettering, like you couldn't change the words for nothing. And I was like, I want this font and I have to have it. And if I can't have it, then I'm just like, I can't do it. So I still saved it because I'm just like, I'm going to find this font. And I went on Etsy and I found somebody
Found
who,
it.
yes. So I'm going to pay for that and I'm going to use them letters. I'm going to figure out how to use them letters
That's how
in
you do
these
it.
different templates. But I definitely want to be able to go to school and make my own templates. I want to make my own web design templates. I want to make my own fonts that, I want to be able to be creative in that aspect. And that's also something that y'all, once I get that, I'm saying, that certificate for that, prices go up for
Yeah.
learning virtual assistants.
Of course.
And do cause then, I'm saying, I'll be able to customize something strictly for your business.
Yep.
This is not a template from Square or a template from Posting My Wall or Canva or GoDaddy. It's gonna be your own personal website that I develop codes for and everything. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I
Yeah.
will say that I'm going back mainly because it was a goal that I set for myself as a young girl. It was to I'm gonna get a degree, like period. So even though I'm already making a decent living, I'm already really comfortable in my life. It's like I always set that goal, and I went to prison, which we'll get into that in a minute, and it kind of set me back a lot, way back, So I was able to recoup some of my credits. So when I started, she was like, oh, "Okay, well you got a little bit. You're not too far from your associates." So the whole goal is to take my associates and
Turn into
transfer
a
them over to
bachelor.
university, get my bachelor's, mainly because I don't want to cut hair all my life.
Right.
I enjoy what I do, but I want to
Right.
do
Right.
it because I want to. I want to come in on Fridays and Saturdays because I want to. I want to see my
Right.
clients, or I just want to hang out. I don't want to do it because I have to.
Right.
Hmm.
So
You
one of
want to
my
run the
goals is to have
business.
a school, and
Ooh.
I know when it comes down to like getting funding for that, they want to see how do we know that she's serious about this. Well, here I got a degree. Here I'm very
Right.
Right.
serious, and so that's really one of my big things that happen is because you can have all the life experience in the world, but then letters mean something to people. It means
Yeah.
something
Right.
to the banks. It means something to lenders. It means something to donators. So
Right.
Yep. You're
Right.
yeah.
right.
All right, so you did mention I didn't know if we was gonna talk about that topic or not, but you did
Oh,
mention that you went to prison. Yeah, you did mention that you went to prison. So let's get into that a little bit because I feel like somebody can learn from your story, your experience, because somebody always is, what I'm saying, somebody always got it worse. And then when you hear somebody's story and you be like, dang, she went through that and she you said she owned a barbershop? She going to school? Okay.
yeah. So I was in school. Okay, I graduated 2004, and I went to University of Louisville. I partied way too much, and I did way too much, and I ended up going just to work. I was actually a stripper for a little while, and working at a dollar store and stripping at night. Crazy, right? Anyway, I get an offer for a scholarship to go to South Carolina. So I went down there to go to school, and I was only there for like a semester. I met this guy, and everybody was like warning me about this guy. But I'm from out of town. All I know is that he's fine, and to me, all of y'all just want him. So I'm not listening to what y'all got to say because I feel like y'all hating.
Y'all some haters.
It turns out I should listen. I should listen to them. Actually, one of his exes barged into my dorm one day and was like, he beat the baby out of me, right? And so everything that everybody was telling me about him, his nickname was Black. And they was like, well, what do you know why they call him Black? And I'm like, I don't know, because he black. you know? And they like, no, because when he gets angry, he blacks, like he blacks out. Like he goes crazy. And I never took heed to that. In my mind, it was just like, okay, I'm down here by myself. My brother was there, but he was off with his friends. So it's like I'm by myself. And I think all women, we kind of want this sense of security and safety. And he hadn't at that time given me a reason to think anything different. You know, he might have been a little player or something. He had a little player tendencies, but nothing that was like, oh, he might hurt me. It was nothing like that. And so then we moved in together. Right after the semester ended. And so when the semester ended, I put my brother on a Greyhound bus back to come back to Kentucky. And he was like begging me because he's like, "You gonna be here alone? Like, please come home with me." I was like, "I'm good. What you talking about? I'm fine. I just signed my lease over here at this apartment because I couldn't live on campus over the summer." And so he was like, Black was like, "Well, I can just move in with you." Oh yeah, that's fine. You know. As soon as my brother was on that bus and went back to Kentucky, and I was by myself in South Carolina, this man was a completely different person. He lived up to everything everyone had warned me about him. And one day I was fed up because I'd never been through this. I came from a loving home. Like my father and my mother, they were married for up until my father passed. So 43 years they were married. It was very loving. There was never any abuse. You know, an argument here and there, yeah, but I was not used to that. And so when I found myself in this situation, it's like I'm thinking back to old friends who had went through it, and I kept thinking like, how could you just stay in that? Like, why would you keep going back? And I don't understand that. And I'm sitting here looking at myself like, okay, it's been a few months now. Okay, yeah, no, this is not who you are. Like, let's let that go. I've never been through that before. And so I woke up one day and I had enough, and I packed this stuff up. This particular day, I know he goes to the gym, and he'd be gone for about 2 hours. So I packed up all his stuff, and I had like garbage bags. I had no suitcase or nothing, no boxes. I had garbage bags. I put all his stuff in these garbage bags or whatever. I put it by the door, and I called down to the Holiday Inn, and I was like, I want to get a room. I want to pay for a room. Do you have anything available? And it was like, yeah, just come down here, pay for the room. We'll give you the key. And so in my mind, this is my plan, which I guess when you're in that situation, they call it an escape plan. My plan was to pack up all his things in my car, drive down there, pay for the hotel room, put all his stuff in the hotel room, and come back to the house. And when he came home, have the chain on the door and hand him the hotel key for the door and be like, you know, the room was paid up for a week. There you go. All your stuff is there. I don't have nothing that belongs to you. You have no reason to come back here. That was my plan. And he came home early. And everything went to hell. And I ended up stabbing him, and his lungs filled up with blood. So he basically choked to death in his own blood. And so I went to prison. Well, I went to jail, and I was in jail for about 3 years before I went to trial. They kept offering me like all of these pleas, and I'm just like, you want me to plead to murder when murder is like forethought and intent and malice, and there's like I didn't want him to die.
Right.
You know, I didn't intend for that to happen. Like I called 911 and everything. I stayed there until they came and got him and everything. I didn't run. I stayed there because I thought they was gonna be able to help him. I didn't know he was gonna die. You know. And so when I did get sentenced, they sentenced me to manslaughter and they sentenced me to 18 years in prison. Oof. And so I spent a total of 9 years and 5 months locked up, and then I made parole one day. And my family, oh my gosh, I have the best family. And I don't know if anyone's ever taken their family for granted. When you're in that situation, like you could never again in life. Like when you can call every day, we always have Carolina, but you're getting business from Kentucky. When you're getting mail all the time, when they're sending you money all the time, you know, when you're happy, they sending you birthday cards, and you know, it's just like that. If I didn't have them, I don't know how I would have got through it. There's so many girls in there who had, I guess, burnt all their bridges and didn't have anybody there to support them. So all in all, I'm so appreciative of my family and a church family that I didn't even know about. I hadn't even met these people. They were sending me letters and cards and praying for me and writing letters to the parole board. And then one year the parole board was like, okay, cool. We're gonna let you go and see what happens. Hopefully we don't see you again. And they have not seen me again.
They are not. Have not and are not.
Will not.
They will not ever. I got 2 years and 4 months left, and I am done.
That's what's up.
Yes, that is
That's what's
awesome.
up.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot, but I'm thankful for it. I think the things that you go through, there's got to be a reason, you know. Um, and so that's why I was telling Summer, if you want to talk about it, it's okay. Let's talk about it because let's not let that be in vain, you know.
Right.
South Carolina laws are crazy.
Oh
There
yeah.
was a woman there. I won't say her name. Her whole eye is gone, and they still gave this lady a life sentence. This man took her whole eye out of its socket, and they still gave this lady a life sentence because she didn't have money to pay for a good attorney. And that's
That's why I left South Carolina.
huh?
That's why I left South Carolina. I was running away from a DV situation and ended up in Charlotte. Had I
Mm-hmm.
not ended up in Charlotte, I would have been dead. But that's why I left South Carolina because I know that if I would have did something to him, I was gonna be gone. So it was, yeah,
Yeah,
South Carolina crazy.
yeah.
Um,
I am in South Carolina, y'all. they done
Well,
they done went away from South Carolina, and I done brought myself to South Carolina. But the only difference is I ain't dealing with the badness. Now I'm telling you now, it is some people that push my buttons, and my kids and God be saving them because
yeah,
black was called black for a reason. But when I go into Hulk mode, that's a whole different. And I don't want to do that. So you know what I'm saying? I alleviate myself from certain situations. But I'm telling you, people do be trying me down here. Not, I don't think that they realize they be trying me until they see like that flicker in my eye. You ever seen somebody like that little flicker of crazy? And you like, yeah, let's not do this today.
let's not
So
mess with that person.
let me
yeah,
rethink this real quick.
Right.
yeah. So I do. I mean, I feel like I moved here for the better.
And a
Now,
lot of your
my
life experiences have prepared you for that place. I think
come
I mean
on,
I was
somebody.
21, young and still really immature. And I think you've had so many life experiences and you've gone through enough. You've gone through so much and you've strengthened over time. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. It's not, I mean, it's not easy though. Like when I say y'all, the struggle is real because uh Tay, Tay got a struggle.
I do.
What
Oh,
spit that gum out. Spit that gum out.
We
Ma'am.
what's
is
the struggle?
we is not in church, okay?
Spit
Hey, what's
that
the
gum out. You
struggle?
is you getting nervous. She
Gone.
like struggle. We
I
are.
got I got quite a few of them. I mean, but I I'm 38, right? I'll be 39 this year. I've been through so much stuff to learn that I just need to think about stuff before I do it because I used to move off of impulse. I was never a follower. I don't follow people. I do my own thing. But I always moved off of impulse, and moving off of impulse always got me in some messed up situations. So now at this big age, I'm just like, I think about it before I move because I don't I don't got time. I don't got
Right.
time. I don't want drama. I don't want to be in confusion. I just prefer my peace. I've learned to enjoy and embrace my peace. From being married and being homeless to getting my ass whooped by this dude who was my baby's father. I almost lost my kid. It's so much. It's been a range of stuff from like 20 up until like 35. So I'd be good on everything now. Y'all go ahead. Y'all got it. I'm good. I can't do it.
Right.
I
Yeah.
can't go through it no more.
Right. Excuse me. Y'all, allergy season is among us. And I'm
I hate it.
apologizing because I took my allergy medicine this morning, but yeah,
It
I'm
probably
still
wore
having
off.
Your nephew's starting up.
he
You know
got
how his nose do.
that thick, thick. Oh, that thick. Okay, so Diamond, how old's your baby? I know how old he is, but the people don't
He's
know how old he is.
3.
Oh,
My baby is 3 years old.
I remember
And
that age.
I'm so glad he's not here.
I had
Y'all
y'all.
up in
I
the
had to
camera
tell
with me.
her. I had to tell her get somebody to watch him because
Yeah.
you're gonna be
My mama
distracted.
can't
Hey,
decide him.
hey,
That's funny. Oh,
she be cute. And I'll be like, don't talk to him like that. He's just a baby.
Nah,
really?
he's bigger than the baby now. He's in preschool
Oh,
I love my
man.
baby.
and
So
bad.
say how many kids you got? How old are your kids?
I have two. I have a boy and a girl. My girl is 14, going on 21.
Uh
Oh,
huh.
Yeah. And my son is 13 and he act like an old man sometimes, but
that's your daddy.
sometimes,
He
yeah.
protective.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very protective. He did not like my last boyfriend. Now he wants me to date and I'm sitting here like, no son. Mm-mm.
And if I do, you not me, no.
That
He
part.
said, he said you gotta get out the house. He's trying to get you out the house.
I
Yeah.
don't know what for.
But he can game.
That's exactly what he want to do. He is so ready for his little PlayStation 4 so he
Mhm.
can get on there and be playing all the games. He done got a whole list of games. I'm like, baby, do you know how much these games cost? Like,
Right.
mama is not rich. Okay.
Oh.
I think that kids think we really I don't think they really know what rich is. Like Akira tell me all the time, Mom, you're rich. And I'm over here like
Baby, I'm
especially
struggling.
especially when it's like you in the eye of the storm and you barely making ends meet and you living
Listen,
paycheck to paycheck like
yes.
and you call me rich. Speaking into
Say what?
existence.
I mean, I thank you. I take it, but baby, we struggling right now. And I hate telling my kids that, but mommy gonna make it happen regardless. So they
Yeah.
always coming and asking me for something because they know mommy gonna make it happen. But I be like, listen, I think I had to tell them this like yesterday. Listen, baby, mama is not there yet right now. You got to give me a few weeks, okay? Because bills and I hate telling my kids that, but
They gonna
sometimes
have
you
to
got to. They
know.
got to
Oh,
know
can
for
I
We
say
real.
all
something?
have at one point in time, we all have been there where we weren't able to it wasn't even able to provide a need, but able to provide a want, something that they
Yeah,
wanted to do.
They
And it's
have
just
so
I
many
like,
options.
they
right,
do. They really do. And I just made it 2 years ago to where I can provide them the things that they want. I can't do it all the time, but I can say, okay, you want this? Give me a few weeks. I got this for you. I just
right.
got to that point 2 years ago. And my kids are freaking now 14 and 15 or 13 and 14. But it's yeah.
You gonna get
I, I
there.
I'm happy because I've been stable for about 7 years and that says a lot.
Yes,
Even through my struggle of not having a job or my ex-boyfriend leaving, like I'm happy we've made it to this point that I'm not struggling like that. I mean, I struggle a little bit, but it ain't to the point that where I can't make ends meet. I
right.
got too many skill sets to be broke. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
right.
you
That's
know how
it,
to
and
do
that's
too much
it right
stuff.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it right there. I realized early on, like I always knew I wanted to work for myself. I knew I wanted my own business. Like even like in high school, like y'all, I hate to say this, but the goal for myself when I was in high school is I wanted to be a stripper. I love Players Club. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to be a
I
stripper and I wanted to go to
I ain't
school.
mad at that.
I said I was going to be a stripper and I was going to go to college and it was going to be me and my baby. Me and my baby when there'll be nobody else. And I always felt like it was going to be me and my baby because I had been sexually abused and I didn't want that for my child. Now, moving fast forward, it did happen to her. However, it didn't affect her in such a manner to where like she's distraught about it. I guess she was just so young that, you
I
know,
forgot about it.
she ain't really forgot about it. She told me the details. When she told me the details, I was just like, mortified, like I can't believe this happened. And then, of course, it's always with someone that you trust
Yep.
to be around your child. So it's just like now I'm just like I always had the I don't invite people to my house. I definitely don't let men come to my house. And
Mm-mm.
nowadays it ain't even just men you got to watch out for. It's women and young ladies that you have to watch out for too. when
Oh,
it comes to excuse me, being around your
oh,
kids. So it's just like now I went from having one child to now I have a total of 6 kids. So it's still like the same rule applies. We all live in the same house, and the same rule applies. I'm not if I'm dating, I'm not. You can't come to my house.
mm-mm.
No. And a lot of people find that strange. Like when I was dating men, they found it strange that how can you be a mom and date, but I can't come to your house? You
Why you
can't
want
come
to
to
come
my
to my
house.
house for?
My child lives here.
Right. Why you want to come to my house for?
That's a boundary that I set for myself. So they like, well, you don't have to get a room. I'll come to your house. You ain't got no kids. I'll come to your house, but you can't come to my house because no, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it at all. Like my child lives here. My business, my virtual business is here. Like
Everything is here. Huh?
yeah, everything. So it's just like I already dealt with a couple of crazies, and I dealt with somebody before who like kicked my door in and took the screens off my windows, and my business is here, and my neighbors can see this. Like this is
Yeah.
embarrassing. So it's just like I can't conduct business here if somebody acting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Not
Hey,
even just the parent aspect, but just conducting business all around. Like I can't conduct business, and somebody's not going to take me serious if they know you always just might kick your door in. So.
True.
I'm like, oh, that's so ghetto.
Right. And I don't want that for myself because they already have that stigma about us black women being in business, black people in general being in business, that we're ghetto, we're not on time, we make our own hours. But that is the aspect of having your own business is you can set your own hours. However, when you set your own hours, you got to make sure that you on time for the hours
For
that you set.
you said, yeah,
So
yeah.
excuse me, a lot of us do struggle with that. Not me.
I do.
Somebody might here do. Uh, but we working on that. Like we working on that, and we gonna get a calendar. We
I
gonna
I'm
get a
don't know how
practice.
to
planner.
work on that.
I'll get a
We
timer. You
we
know.
gonna work on that.
I don't know how to work.
But my thing is, I feel like okay, so we talking about struggles in business. What are one or two things that you struggle with in business? Not y'all, not the birds chirp, not the crickets chirping.
Balancing motherhood and school and the business and trying to like start a new venture. It's like trying to find a balance where it's like somebody told me something one time. When your focus is spread out, there's no focus. Can't
Wow.
focus on something if your focus is spread out. It's like everything's blurry. So it's like if I can't give my all, I can't give my all to everything. So I have to split everything up equally. And sometimes it's hard because then sometimes I be want to go have some fun or I want to go on a date or so it's like, oh, I'm adding another thing in there. Really, I got homework and I got a client at 8 o'clock in the morning. And if any of my clients are watching this, y'all know how I am. So sorry. I love y'all. Um, they be waiting on me. I'm like, I'll give you 10% off if you just come back at 1 o'clock.
But at least you offer that. Some people don't even offer that. They don't even offer the
And be
apology.
late.
They don't even offer a percentage off. They don't offer anything. They just like, well,
I do.
I'm here.
I definitely do.
Excuse me.
I think I would have to agree with the balance thing too, because I literally gave up dispatching because I couldn't balance that and do all the other things. I mean, like, I took a break from. Let me say, I didn't give up. I didn't give up. I just took a
I was
break
going to
from
say
it.
that is a very lucrative business.
I know. I know. And I took a break from dispatching to go get my notary. Then when I got my notary, I was gonna continue going through the process so I can become a signing agent, and then like
That
everything else with work, because I do work, customer service. I'm tech support and motherhood. Then I was trying to date. I was trying to get a little piece of meat every now and then, but all of that together and trying to make my stuff for my brand, it was really hard. And like you said, if you don't focus on one thing at a time, it all becomes like a blur. And then for me, I just get mentally exhausted and then I don't do anything. So it's the balance that's one of my challenges. That's trying to balance everything.
Yeah. I
yeah, I
remember in class
noticed that
today,
too.
the teacher asked something, and I was just like, "Huh? What'd you say?" Because I'm worried about. Okay, I got to get back, and I know this client has a gala coming up. I got to make sure her hair is good, and then after that, I got to do this. I got to pick my son up from school, and so it's like it's hard to like. Okay, I'm at school, focus on school, right? In this moment, I am in school. Now, when I leave here, okay, in this moment, I'm retwisting this woman's hair and trying to figure out a style for her. In this
Thinking of your
moment,
next
next,
step.
I'm mommy. I gotta go pick
Yep.
my son up and talk to his teacher about how his day was. So it's like that can be hard to compartmentalize and just like,
Yep.
okay, mommy here, school, work, new ventures.
And I want to go back to school because I had got my associate in business management, but then I got pregnant and I dropped out of college. So like I've been wanting to go back, but it's like how can I add that into my life? All the other stuff I got going on. Yeah, it's not enough hours in a day, I feel like sometimes.
No,
It's
you
not.
need
It's
about 40.
not. It's really not. Y'all, I I do struggle with balance, but I'll say as far as where I lack at in my balance is time for me, making time for myself, making time to rest is where I because there's not enough hours in a day. I know. Shout out to Derek Kesia. I was scrolling through Facebook and she was talking about how she was struggling with finding balance between her work as far as her business and being a mom, and that's a lot. That's being a mom is a job in itself. It's a job in itself. So it's just like um being a mom, being a friend, being, the 9 to 5 person, the dependable person at the 9 to 5. And then like I remember I saw a rule when I first started business and it was like however many hours you spend at your 9 to 5, you need to spend at least half that time or the same amount of time on your
Yes.
business. So then I had this whole mentality. I've always had a hustler's mentality. You know what I'm saying? I always go out and get it. I always worked. I always had a job. I've been working since I was 16. I too used to strip. So I always had that I'll sleep when I'm dead mentality until my body was like, no, you finna die. Like if you don't
Right.
get somewhere and sit down. So I know, I gotta get a meal in at some point in time so I can get some nourishment. I can't just live off coffee and
Around
tea and
being
water.
weak,
Like I can
walking
eat some
around
fruit.
lightheaded.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta eat some fruit. I gotta eat something, some oatmeal, something to put on my stomach so that I can keep going. But
Hmm.
like a lot of my focus, I lack is me. Like I'm always continuing to put all and make sure that everybody in my circle has what they need or what they want. Like y'all my dogs. And I don't talk to y'all every day, but I do know at the end of the day, we can go days, weeks, whatever without talking, but we still gonna pick back up where we left off. It ain't nothing changed in the dynamic of our
Oh.
friendship. I talk to Nikki damn near every day.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's text message, voice, something. Like me and Diamond, we text it. It might not be every day, but I know because I know she running a whole barbershop. And that in itself is
Hmm.
time consuming. And not
Yep.
only is she running a barbershop, she's a barber.
Mm-hmm.
So so I know, she got time. So I'll send her a text. And if she don't text me right then and there, or she don't text me that day, I know when she do see it 6 months later, she gonna text me back.
It
I
be
know
that
she gonna text
same
me back.
day. Do
So
not do that.
Damn, not 6 months later.
I'm trying to be
I
the
gotta
next
get
That's
down
baby.
there though. See you.
That's supposed to be the move for June. What do you mean?
I'm talking about before then. Just me and you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We have time.
So I have another struggle. You asked what if like one or two struggles.
Which other
So
struggle?
being a female barber, and maybe if anyone's listening who's also a female barber, you can uh maybe you could be a witness to this. But like
I know where she going with this.
I
some
feel
of
like
the
I know where
wives,
she going too.
some of the wives.
Uh huh.
I'm in here. I'm cutting his hair. I've heard a lot of men say if I could have a choice between a man or a woman, giving me a facial and shaving my beard and
They
providing
want a woman.
conversation, I'm gonna pick a woman. It's not because that man wants that female barber. It's not because he's attracted to her. He's gonna try to smash. it's not that. Maybe he just enjoys that company without. Some men enjoy female company without the nagging. Not to say that all
Mm-hmm.
wives nag. I'm not saying that, but like without the stress of the responsibility of being your husband or being your father or being, just let me be me in this moment. Let me get pampered and let me talk. And the past few weeks, I've had more wives walk in here on some bull than I've had in the years that I've been doing this. And it's just like,
New levels bring new devils.
woo! These are the men. It's like I just want to cut your hair. I don't want to. I don't want you to holler at me. I mean, I'm just
That's
New
saying.
rough.
Bro, you wrote on my Facebook that facial is. I, I
That's
don't know.
rough.
You got the little vibrating thing too?
Huh?
You got the little vibrating thing that go on your hand when you do
No,
that
no. I
face?
do an old school facial.
Gotcha.
And it's part of the. It's like not something somebody just came up with one day. Like it's part of our barber test for the Kentucky Board of Barbering. Like you have to do a facial on your client in order to pass. If you don't do one, you're probably not going to pass. So it's like this is a real service. It's not just because I want to touch on you.
Right. So y'all, if y'all listening, men, when y'all go to Ross's barbershop and y'all in Diamond's chair, stop being fresh. Get in there, enjoy your moment of self care. Let her take care of you, and then pay her, and then get your
And
butt
go
up on out
home.
there. Get your
Go
butt up out
home.
that chair. No extra.
Oh my!
You know what? That's kind of funny that you said that. When I was doing dispatching, I used to get a lot of wives that felt some type of way about me dispatching for their husbands.
Mm.
I had about 3 or 4 different ones, girl. Well, not wives. Some of them was girlfriends. Ma'am, I don't want your man. I'm trying to make him some money so he can spend it on you. Can you please leave me alone? In my inbox, like, who are you and why are you talking to my man?
I'm the lady that's giving your husband a route.
I'm
Right.
like,
I gotta tell them where to go.
ask your man's and them.
I
So I had
can't.
to put a pause in that for. That's why, I like, with that, and then like people not wanting to drive because they're thinking they're gonna make a band in a day. It was just so much with dispatching, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a break from this real quick because y'all doing too much. That's some extra stress I don't need. I don't need nobody's woman coming in my inbox talking about why is you in my man's. Ma'am, I'm just trying to make some money. That's it. Like, I don't want him.
Barbara,
I
this
don't
is
even want the
stress.
men that trying to talk to me. What makes you think I want your man? Like, what?
No,
Right.
I don't have that. So maybe it's because the business that I'm in, I don't have that. Even when so like I had one male, he did a birthday party. He came to me for a birthday party. He used to play football. I think he played professionally. I know he played in college, but I think he played professionally as well. In Louisville, in Crestwood, Kentucky, and he came to me and we were going over the details and stuff. And his wife never knew, but when like she met me, like it was never any of that. Like it never because it was strictly professional. Like I made sure it was strictly professional, so she could go through the messages, and and she was younger than he was younger than her too. So ain't no way. No, I keep it. I think it's just the business that I'm in that I don't have to deal with that aspect of things, and I'm so glad. I mean, because even with event coordinating, of course, men want to plan things for their ladies and things of that nature, and it I could see the potential of that happening, but I thank the Lord that it has not. 'Cause, ma'am, I don't want to ruin the surprise because you over here thinking that you coming to me,
Right.
Barbara. This is Shirley.
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want. Trust me, I don't want nobody's man right now. So it is what it is.
Let's be
Y'all,
honest.
right?
And the lesbians.
You don't get up off me in my lesbianism. You
I
gonna get up off
know,
me
right?
by my
I was locked
lesbianism.
up for a long time.
You said what?
I was locked up for a long time.
Yeah, you was. You was. You was. So I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
probably dabbing in a little Lebanon. Y'all,
Oh,
it's
Lebanon.
that time. It's that time. It's that time. It's that time.
It's
Hey,
I don't know
hey.
what
You just keep getting attacked over there.
Not you fighting with your aesthetics, though.
Let me go over here
I'm
to this
so
one.
weak.
Cause you over
Okay,
there
so
getting
y'all,
fighting.
can I get y'all to do me a favor? Can y'all make sure that y'all tell everybody what your social media is, where they can find you at, how they can follow you? Diamond, let's go.
Okay, on Facebook, I'm Diamond Ross. On Instagram, I'm Diamond the Barber. I think. Yeah. TikTok, Diamond the Barber. And you can find me on rossbarbershop.com. I'm the first one at the top. And if you want to book me, you can go to Booksy and hit me up. A number's on my professional numbers on there. You can text me if you have any questions. Like if you got likes and you want some braids over your likes, or you want me to do something that you saw on Instagram. I'm very good at giving you a picture. Let's create it. So hit me up. I'm in Rapids,
Yeah.
not too far from Louisville. So
Say, what's your social
Awesome.
media?
Well, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Miss Tabby Plus Size. That is my modeling page. If you want to, my clothing, it's Chubby Girl Magic, and that's on all platforms as well.
Tay, let them know what your podcast is, because Tay has a podcast too.
oh, I ain't know.
It's called What You Said Podcast. And don't ask me why I named it that. It was just something I was thinking of, and I like
That's
to
what you
play
be
on
saying all
words.
the time.
I can hear
So
you say
that every
girl, what
time
you
I
said.
talk to her, she be like, "What you said?"
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I said when she named the podcast, I was like, I know she in there talking, and she gonna be like, "What you said?"
Yeah.
And then
And then, yeah. But yeah, it's What You Said Podcast. That's on all platforms as well. Thank you. Thank you.
thank you, ladies, for coming. I appreciate you all for coming to my episode 4 of Girl Bosses on Summer Speak. Next week we will have boss hogs that are going to be our men who are business owners and fathers. So I will check y'all next Thursday. Love y'all.
Love you
Bye.
too. Bye.
Bye.